I just saw another disturbing video of a student provoking a teacher. And people are saying that these teachers are wrong. But you know what I say? I say it's good. These kids are out of control and they believe that they're entitled to just go through and beating these teachers up. And the public, and the parents are, oh, sue the school, and I'm going to sue the school. The parents need to see the school. The teachers need to reevaluate their career choices. No, the teachers don't need to reevaluate their career choices. What they need to do, what the parents need to do, is have somebody check their parenting skills, because these kids obviously are not having any home training. They not getting nothing. Who tells these kids they can go up in people's face, adults' face, and do what they want? They don't like correction. They don't want nobody to tell them nothing. And they just want to just do whatever they want to do in school. They don't want to learn. And this was a little girl. I thought the teacher was the student, and the student was the teacher, because the student was big as I don't know what. And she's sitting up there, and she bumped the lady. You could see. She went to go past the lady, and she bumped her. She did that bump walk like they all do, what all them bullies do. Because where I grew up was like that. People would just walk into you and bump you when I was growing up, bump you to get a fight started. So if you saw anybody, you had to either step off the sidewalk or go in the street so you wouldn't bump nobody. It's just terrible. They got that ghetto mentality, and these parents don't help nothing, because all they see is, oh, she hit my child. She did this to my child. They did that to my child. But when are y'all going to make your kids accountable for their action? Nobody is saying that girl was wrong for bumping that teacher. The teacher did act, I do have to admit, the teacher did act kind of swift when she hit her, but the girl bumped her. And the girl was a big girl, and she knew that girl wanted to fight with her. That's why she hit that girl so darn quick. You know, I hope she don't lose her job, because somebody got to stop these kids. These kids are wild. They have no respect for authority. This is what is wrong in the black community. Our black communities are in chaos. They are in utter chaos. The kids don't want to be told nothing. These are the babies of the babies who had babies. And this is part of the aftermath of the crack epidemic. I guess these are the children. Whatever it is, it's just terrible. Parents, you need to teach your children some accountability. Have accountability for their actions. Have responses for their consequence. Excuse me. Have let them know that there are consequences for their actions. They need to be held accountable for what they do, and stop always trying to blame it on the teacher. It's not always the teacher's fault. Who in their right mind is going to stand up and let a kid, just walk all over them? They get paid to teach. They don't get paid to get beat up. Because I used to say that at my old job. I got paid to come to work and do a job and provide a service. I didn't get paid to get beat up. That was not part of my job description. I did not take that job to fight with somebody. This is ridiculous what these kids are doing. And these are the same kids. They have no consequences for their action. And these are the same kids that are going around shooting up the schools and killing themselves. They killing themselves. They shooting up the schools. They bullying everybody. People, Again, I'm going to say it. Parents, hold your children accountable for their actions, not the actions of other people, not the actions of someone else. You know, and something needs to be looked into is why are these children so angry? They're angry, and I used to think it was just in the black community, but it's everywhere. These kids got this entitlement mentality. I'm entitled to it because I'm black. I'm entitled to it because I'm your child. No, 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 no. I'm an adult, and I can count the times that my father has ever hit me, and it's on one hand, and it wouldn't go past. It wouldn't go past three times in my life, and I'm a bona fide, certified adult, and you know, and I was always held accountable for my action because I was a mouthy. I was a kid that talked back. I mean, a lot of stuff, a lot of beatings I got growing up was because of my mouth, because I would not take no for an answer. I wanted to know why. If you said I couldn't do it, how come I can't do it? Why can't I do it? You know? So I don't, I'm just at a loss for words. I really don't understand what these parents are teaching these kids. They're teaching these kids absolutely nothing. They aren't holding these children responsible for their actions, and they aren't holding the parents responsible for how their children act. There's definitely some mental health issues these kids are dealing with, but I mean, it needs to be stopped. This is crazy. I've never seen anything like it. And when I was growing up, my dad was a laid back man, somebody that was peaceful and quiet, don't say much, and when he do say something, you know, the parents will get mad and want to go beat the teacher up. You ain't leaving this is some of the stuff they say. You ain't leaving my kid back, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not going to leave your kid back because I'm going to lead your kid bad. I meant to say, you have to forgive me. I have a slight speech defect, a little defect, and sometimes my words get intertwined and they don't come out right. But no, hold your children accountable, people. Hold them accountable for their actions. They need to be held accountable for it. Don't always blame, don't always blame the teacher. And I know people might say that the teacher shouldn't have hit the student, but when I seen that girl, I really got to look at that girl she hit. She had to hit that girl before that girl hit her. But anyway, people, stop following up everything your children say. Get your children to look at themselves and teach them to look at themselves and find things about them that they can do to better themselves. And let's stop blaming the teacher for every time when our kids don't do right. When our kids don't do right. When you don't have set boundaries and have moral standards for your children, they are bound to you sentence them to prison, either to an early grave or a life in prison, because they are going to have to pay. They're going to have to listen to somebody. Sooner or later, they're going to have to listen to somebody. I'm going to say good evening and good night. And I hope all of those who I may not speak to before Thanksgiving have a blessed and prosperous Thanksgiving and